Welcome back. We're diving deep into personal finance today
Ooh, fun.
with, this book called You Need a Budget by Jesse Mecham.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that one.
And I know what you might be thinking, like, ugh, another one.
Right, like how many budgeting books do we need?
Exactly. But
Mhm.
trust me on this one. This one's different.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How so?
Well, it's not about restricting yourself, really.
Okay.
It's more about giving you the tools to make that money work for you.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, and so you can ultimately achieve financial freedom.
Okay, so less about pinching pennies and more about, like, empowerment.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about that
And
empowerment.
I like it.
So what I found really fascinating about this book is it doesn't just tell you to, like, track spending.
Mm-hmm.
It helps you build a whole new mindset around money.
Okay, yeah, that's important. You can't just, like, put a Band-Aid on the problem.
Right, and it all boils down to these 4 really simple rules,
Okay, I'm all ears.
but they're incredibly powerful.
Right, lamb on me. All right, so the first one that really grabbed my attention is called Give Every Dollar a Job.
Give every dollar a job. Okay, what does that even mean?
So imagine, like, you're the CEO of your own personal finances.
Okay, I can see where this is going.
Every single dollar that comes in is like an employee
Okay,
ready to work.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's so visual,
Yeah.
It makes it so much easier to grasp.
So instead of wondering at the end of the month, where did all my money go?
Right, which we've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
The dreaded bank statement.
You decide up front exactly what that dollar's going to do.
Okay, so it's about being proactive instead of reactive.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah, so you're like assigning them specific tasks, right?
Mm,
So it could be rent, groceries, maybe that vacation fund you've been dreaming of.
oh, yeah.
Every dollar has a purpose.
Okay, so it's not just about, like, cutting back on spending, right?
Right.
It's more about, like, consciously choosing where your money goes.
Yes.
Aligning it with your values, with what's actually important to you.
Yes, precisely. And that's where things start to get really interesting, right?
Okay, how so?
Because by giving every dollar a job, you naturally start to curb those impulse purchases.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Suddenly, like, that daily latte doesn't seem so tempting when you realize that money could be going towards something way more meaningful.
Right. It's like, do I really need this $5 coffee, or do I want to go on that trip to, like, Italy?
Exactly. It's that little voice in your head saying, hold on, do I need this or could this be working harder for me?
Yeah, like, put that $5 towards your plane ticket fund instead.
Exactly. You start thinking differently.
Yeah, that shift in mindset can be huge.
It's huge. Now, let's move on to rule number 2, which builds on this.
Okay.
It's called Embrace Your True Expenses.
Embrace your true expenses. Okay, so I'm guessing this isn't just about, like, tracking your daily coffee.
No, it's a little more than that.
All right, tell me more.
So on the surface, it seems pretty straightforward, right? Like you're just figuring out how much you're spending each month.
Mm-hmm. Track everything.
But Meacham has this really unique take on it.
Okay, I'm interested to hear this.
He emphasizes the importance of factoring in not just those regular monthly bills, but also those less frequent expenses, those big ones that can really throw you off track
Okay, yeah, I've definitely been there.
if you're not prepared.
Like when your car suddenly needs new tires.
Yes. Or like holiday gifts.
Ugh, yes, those always sneak up on me.
They always seem to pop up at the worst possible time.
Right, and then you're scrambling to figure out how to pay for everything.
Exactly. So imagine this, right?
Okay.
You've been diligently saving up for this dream vacation,
Mm-hmm.
and suddenly, bam, your car needs a major repair.
Oh, no.
And if you haven't been putting aside a little bit each month to cover those irregular expenses, that financial curveball, well, it could completely derail your plans.
Completely. And then you're stuck,
Hmm.
either dipping into your vacation fund or putting it on a credit card.
Exactly. It's a great point.
It's so important to think ahead.
I know I've definitely been caught off guard by those unexpected expenses.
Oh, for sure.
It's stressful, right?
Oh, it's the worst.
And it makes you feel like you're just not in control of your finances.
Totally.
But if you're already putting aside, like, a little bit every month for those irregular expenses, it's less of a shock.
Right, you've got that cushion.
It's like a buffer.
Exactly. It's about being prepared so you're not constantly living on the edge, waiting for that next financial emergence.
Right. Instead of scrambling to come up with this big sum of money, you've already got it covered.
And that peace of mind is priceless.
It is priceless. So it's like having this financial safety net, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even when life throws those unexpected things at you, you can handle them.
Yeah, without it completely derailing your goals.
Exactly. Okay, so we talked about giving every dollar a job, embracing those true expenses, and these first 2 rules seem to really emphasize taking control,
Yeah, being proactive.
being proactive with your money.
Right, like you're in the driver's seat.
But what happens when things don't go according to plan?
Uh-oh. I have a feeling I know where this is going.
Life is full of surprises, after all.
That it is.
That's where rule number 3 comes in. Roll with the punches.
Roll with the punches. Okay, I like that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Gotta be flexible, right?
This rule really resonated with me because it acknowledges that budgeting isn't about creating this rigid, inflexible plan.
Yeah. Life just doesn't work that way.
It's about being adaptable
Right.
and knowing it's okay to adjust that budget as things change.
Like a budget should be a living document. Right.
Exactly. So if an unexpected expense pops up or maybe your income changes, you don't have to throw the whole thing out
No, definitely not. You just gotta adapt.
and start over.
Yeah, just make some tweaks here and there.
Absolutely not. YMB encourages you to stay engaged with your budget.
Even when things get messy.
Even when things get a little messy, it's about making adjustments, shifting funds around, recognizing that it's an ongoing process.
Yeah, not a one-time thing, like you set it and forget it.
Exactly. I love that.
Yeah, it makes it feel less intimidating.
It makes budgeting feel much less intimidating
Not so restrictive.
and restrictive and more like a tool to navigate life's ups and downs.
Exactly. Life is unpredictable. Your budget should be too.
Speaking of navigating ups and downs, I have to admit,
Oh.
the 4th rule, age your money,
Age your money. Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
initially sounded a bit mysterious to me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what that means.
What does it actually mean to age your money?
Yeah, break it down for me.
It's all about breaking free from that paycheck to paycheck cycle
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
that so many people struggle with.
Yeah, it's a tough cycle to break.
The goal is to gradually build your savings so that you're not constantly waiting for that next paycheck to hit your account.
Okay.
You're living on last month's income.
Whoa, wait. So you're saying, like, if I get paid on the first of the month,
Yes.
I should ideally be spending money I earned the previous month.
Ideally, yes.
That sounds, honestly, kind of impossible.
It takes time and effort.
Yeah, for sure.
But it creates this sense of security and freedom that can be really transformative.
Okay, but how do you even get there?
It's a powerful concept to work towards. Just imagine that feeling of knowing you have that buffer, that you're not just scraping by each month.
Right, like you have breathing room?
You're actually living with a sense of financial cushion.
Okay, I'm starting to see the appeal.
Okay, so you're starting to see how this ties into the bigger picture.
Yeah, it's not just about covering your bills this month.
We're not just budgeting to cover our immediate expenses.
It's about building towards a future where your money is actually working for you.
Exactly. It gives you peace of mind and flexibility that comes with true financial freedom.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
And there's a psychological benefit to it as well.
Oh, really? What's that?
You're essentially practicing delayed gratification, which studies have shown lead to greater satisfaction, better decision-making.
Interesting. So it's not just about the numbers.
It's about building those healthy habits that benefit you in all areas of life.
I like that.
Now, one thing that really struck me
Yeah.
while reading You Need a Budget is how Mecham doesn't just focus on the practicalities of budgeting,
Okay.
but also on the emotional side of money.
Oh, that's so important.
He seems to really understand that people often have a lot of complicated feelings tied to their finances.
Yeah, for sure. Money can be a really loaded topic.
It's loaded.
Like it brings up a lot of emotions for people.
It does, and he emphasizes the importance of cultivating a more mindful and positive relationship with money.
Yeah, instead of it being this source of stress and anxiety.
Exactly. Instead of feeling guilty or ashamed about past financial mistakes, he encourages readers to focus on progress, not perfection.
Yeah, I love that. It's like, we're all human. We all make mistakes.
Right.
Let's learn from them and move on.
It's like he's saying, hey, we're all human. We all make mistakes.
It's exactly.
Let's learn from them and move forward with a more positive and empowered mindset.
It's about progress, not perfection. I love that.
He also stresses the importance in celebrating those small victories.
Oh, yeah. Those are so important.
Even if you only manage to save a small amount or pay down a tiny bit of debt, acknowledge that win.
Absolutely. Celebrate it.
Those small steps forward add up over time,
They really do.
and they help you stay motivated.
Yeah, it's like training for a marathon.
Oh, I like that analogy.
You don't just start by running 26 miles.
You build up to it gradually.
Exactly. You celebrate each milestone along the way.
I love that. And just like with marathon training, there will be setbacks.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The key is to learn from them, adjust your approach, keep moving forward.
Yeah, it's all about that long game.
Budgeting is a journey, not a destination.
I love that.
It's about constantly learning, growing, and adapting.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive into you need a budget.
We have.
Let's just take a moment to recap those 4 game-changing rules before we jump into the next part.
Okay, sounds good.
First up, we have give every dollar a job.
No more letting your money just slip through your fingers.
Every dollar has a purpose, a mission to fulfill.
It's all about being intentional, making conscious choices.
Next up, we have embrace your true expenses.
Those irregular costs, they don't have to catch you off guard anymore.
Like car repairs, holiday gifts.
Budget for them monthly, you'll avoid those financial surprises and won't need to reach for the credit card,
You'll be prepared and in control.
no matter what life throws your way.
Then we have roll with the punches.
Life is unpredictable, so your budget should be too.
It should be flexible enough to adapt.
Don't let those setbacks derail your progress.
Stay engaged, make adjustments, and remember it's a continuous process.
It's a journey, not a sprint.
And finally, age your money.
Break free from that paycheck to paycheck cycle.
Create that sense of financial security and freedom.
Imagine living on last month's income, knowing you've got that buffer to handle anything.
That feeling of peace of mind, it's truly transformative.
It really is.
So we've got these 4 powerful rules,
Yeah,
and they really seem to shift like the way you approach your finances.
totally. It's not just about the numbers,
Yeah.
It's about changing your whole mindset around money.
Your habits, ultimately your relationship with money.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that money is a tool.
Okay.
And like any tool, it can be used effectively or ineffectively.
Right.
And this book really empowers you to use that tool wisely, to
Yep.
achieve your goals, to live a life that's aligned with what's important to you.
Yeah, as we're talking about these rules, I
Mhm.
keep thinking about all the times, I've felt stressed,
Oh, yeah.
overwhelmed by money.
Totally.
Those moments when like an unexpected expense pops up and suddenly throws everything off balance.
Oh, for sure.
Or that feeling of constantly being behind, living paycheck to paycheck, never quite feeling like you have enough.
Ugh, it's so common.
Yeah.
And it's one of the reasons I find this whole approach so compelling.
Okay.
It addresses those feelings head on.
Yeah.
It acknowledges that money can be stressful,
Yeah.
right? Can cause anxiety,
Absolutely.
but it offers a practical path forward.
It does. It's not just about telling you what to do.
Right.
It's about helping you understand like the why behind those actions
Exactly.
and how they can lead to a more positive
Empowered.
and empowered relationship with money.
Exactly. It's about shifting from like a scarcity mindset
Okay.
to a place of abundance.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
Not necessarily about how much money you have, but how you think about it.
Okay.
How you manage your resources.
So it's not just about having more money. It's
Right.
about feeling more secure,
More confident.
more confident in your ability to handle like whatever financial challenges.
Exactly. It's about building that resilience.
Yeah.
Knowing you have a system in place, a plan that you can adapt
Yeah.
as needed
It's about moving from a place of reaction
to proaction.
to proaction. Yeah. As you're talking about this,
Yeah.
it makes me think of that analogy we used earlier
Mhm.
about being the CEO
No.
of your own personal finances.
I love that analogy.
It's not just about managing money.
It's about leading.
It's about leading with intention,
Yes.
making those strategic decisions.
that align with your long-term goals.
I love that connection.
It highlights another key aspect of this whole approach.
Okay.
It encourages you to think about your money in terms of your values.
Oh, interesting.
What's truly important to you?
Yeah,
What do you want your money to support in your life?
right. It's about aligning your spending with your priorities.
Exactly. Maybe it's saving for a down payment on a house. Maybe it's prioritizing travel.
Experiences.
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
this approach helps you create a budget that reflects those values.
And it allows you to track your progress towards those goals, right?
Absolutely. And it's motivating.
It's super motivating.
Seeing your savings grow, your debt decrease, it reinforces those positive habits.
Yeah.
Makes the journey feel much more manageable.
It's like those little wins
Yes.
that keep you going.
It's so important to celebrate those
Those
wins.
moments where you see the tangible results.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's important to celebrate those wins no matter how small.
Okay.
Did you manage to pack your lunch today instead of eating out? Did you resist that impulse purchase and stick to your budget?
Those are victories
Those are victories.
worth celebrating.
Celebrate them.
I love that it's about shifting the focus from like deprivation to achievement
Exactly.
instead of feeling restricted by your budget.
You're empowered by the choices you're making.
You're empowered by the choices, yes?
It's about reframing that whole relationship.
Yeah.
Instead of it being this thing that stresses you out,
Yeah.
you start to see it as this tool
Yeah.
that can help you achieve your dreams
Live a life that is aligned
with your values.
One of the things that really resonated with me in the book was how the author Mecham addresses the emotional side of money.
Oh, absolutely.
He talks about those feelings of guilt, big fear that a lot of people experience when it comes to their finances.
It's a really vulnerable topic for a lot of people.
It is.
And he doesn't shy away from it.
He doesn't shy away from those difficult emotions.
He tackles them head on.
But he also offers these practical strategies for dealing with them.
Absolutely. He emphasizes self-compassion.
Mindfulness.
It's about recognizing that everyone makes mistakes.
Right.
And those mistakes don't define you.
It's about learning,
moving forward
with a more positive,
informed perspective.
Yeah.
It's about breaking free from those negative thought patterns that can keep you stuck
in that cycle
of stress and anxiety.
He encourages you to develop a more mindful,
intentional
relationship with your money.
Based on awareness,
Understanding.
Self-compassion.
And he provides concrete tools for doing so.
He talks about tracking your spending.
Setting realistic goals.
Celebrating those small victories.
Yeah.
Building a system that supports your financial well-being.
Practically and emotionally.
Yes.
I love how he weaves those psychological insights
into the practical stuff.
Into the practical advice.
It's not just about what to do.
It's about the why behind it.
Exactly.
How those actions can lead to a more positive,
empowered
relationship with money.
It's about recognizing that money is more than just numbers.
Right.
It's about understanding the role it plays in your life, the emotions it evokes, the choices it allows you to make.
You know, it makes me realize that this isn't just about budgeting.
It's about personal growth.
It's about personal growth.
Developing self-awareness.
Discipline.
A sense of agency when it comes to your finances.
I completely agree. It's about empowering yourself to take control
of your financial future.
Create a life that's aligned with your values.
And aspirations.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive into you need a budget.
We've talked about those 4 core rules.
The importance of mindset.
Intentionality.
The powerful impact this approach can have
on your overall well-being.
We've explored how it can help you break free from the paycheck to paycheck cycle.
Build resilience.
Achieve a sense of financial freedom.
That goes beyond just the numbers.
But now it's time to shift our focus to you.
Our listener.
What resonated with you the most in this conversation?
Which of the 4 rules sparked a new idea for you?
Or a desire to make a change?
In your own financial life.
So we've explored some pretty powerful concepts.
There's a lot to unpack.
From you need a budget and how they can transform your relationship with money.
It's really about changing your whole approach,
Yeah.
Not just about budgeting, but about how you think about money in general.
Absolutely. And there's so much more to explore, right?
Yeah, we just scratched the surface.
In terms of building those healthy financial habits.
And really taking control.
Taking control of your money.
It's not a one-size-fits-all approach, of course.
Right.
But it gives you a framework.
Yes.
For making those conscious decisions that are aligned with, your own personal values and goals.
It's inspiring to think about how these simple but profound shifts in mindset can ripple out into other areas of your life.
Totally. Imagine feeling empowered to pursue your passions.
Yeah.
Support causes you care about.
Or just having the freedom to say yes to opportunities that might have felt out of reach before.
Exactly. It's about breaking free from those limiting beliefs we all have about money. Those feelings of scarcity that can hold us back.
It's about viewing money as a tool.
Right. To create the life you want.
It opens up a world of possibilities.
It really does.
And that's the kind of transformation we hope this deep dive has sparked for you.
Yeah. For our listeners.
Remember, it's not about being perfect, right?
Not at all.
Or achieving some unattainable level of financial mastery.
It's about progress.
It's about taking those small, consistent steps forward. Learning from your experiences.
And celebrating those wins along the way.
Absolutely.
So, as you embark on this journey of financial empowerment, we want to leave you with a thought-provoking question.
Something to ponder.
What would financial freedom look like for you?
If you could achieve that sense of security,
peace of mind,
what dreams or aspirations would you pursue?
Let that vision guide you,
inspire you,
and motivate you to take action.
even if it's just one small step today.
Maybe it's revisiting your budget
Setting a new goal
or just having a conversation with someone you trust.
about your financial aspirations.
Remember, you're not alone on this journey.
There's a whole community out there
Embracing this philosophy,
experiencing that transformative power of taking control.
and we're here to support you every step of the way.
Until next time. Happy budgeting, and may you achieve the financial freedom you deserve.